weed on my rug. You see the stream? Look at this stream.
Oh my god. Well, at least she didn't throw up her poop.
This is the hub. This is what we do.
Yes, there is a situation about dogs.
Good girl, good girl.
Christina loves her dog. She brings her dog to work. And it's been very disruptive because
She just likes to be friends with everybody.
the dog runs free.
Just wants to run around and say hi to everybody.
And sometimes the dog gets lost because it's so little.
Sometimes, there's actual work going on here.
The issue's been escalating.
She's just so cute. I know. But I'm sure it'll be fine.
When we started the hub 5 years ago, the word co-work space was kind of a weird, it was kind of like, it was like between the words brothel and homeless shelter. That's what, that's kind of how co-work space was kind of like that clever way of calling, and that's actually, we've got accused of being both. When you have a space like the hub, and every co-work space is like this, it feels more like a house. And of course, the natural evolution of that is, we can bring our dogs to work. So everybody asks me, hey, can I bring my dog to work? And of course, I always say, how big is your dog, And it's, oh no, it's a 300-pound pit bull. I'm like, why did you even ask me? That's like a horrible question. Like, can I bring a weapon to work? So obviously we have to we can't allow dogs because we'd have 150 dogs running around. It'd be literally hundreds and hundreds of dogs.
Speaking of dogs,
Yeah.
thank you. Is it true that Rich is letting Christina bring, what's it called, Ava? I thought dogs weren't allowed.
There's a dog in your lap.
No, but she doesn't count.
So Lulu's special.
No, well, she's special because she's an entrepreneur. Because she was on The Tonight Show and she has a line of hot sauce. She has her own line. So, I don't know that Ava really has any business. And I certainly don't think that she has national television credits.
I think it's because Christina's so nice.
Some people sneak dogs in, and I'm not sure how they did it, but we have a couple of these smaller dogs. Maybe they're classified as rats. I don't know. Maybe they're under the weight limit of dogs, but my wife runs the building, so, she has to deal with it.
What are we, a dog shelter now? She was like a dog here, and now there are plural dogs here.
What's the problem with having Ava here?
I have absolutely nothing against Ava.
It seems like you do.
Over the years, people have brought their dogs into work, and one of them bit off a guy's hand. I don't know if you remember that. Remember, it was a pit bull that they only knew for a couple days. Not very smart. So you gotta be careful. Not every dog, not every dog has the personality to be in a co-working space. The other thing is, like, Lulu is very passive and she keeps to my office, and Ava's always running around. And I don't want to be right about this, but she's gonna cause a problem.
Lulu.
Ava.
Lulu.
She's never been a problem.
What do you got on your calendar? Anything? You got some time open?
Yeah, I'm
All right,
here
good.
every morning, bright and early.
Chris is like a perfect example of somebody who has a military background. He says the word 0800 even though he knows nobody in the room knows what that means. We've got a meeting with BuyerHero later today.
Where Rich tends to be a little cut loose, I tend to tighten up. 2 o'clock is 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock is not 2:15.
Outside of him being very militant and overbearing and punctual and somewhat of a hard ass, he is a great entrepreneur and a very critical piece to the puzzle that we're putting together here. And so, we work together very well, but, sometimes there's, friction. At first sight, you might think I'm crazy, but it's a guy, he's kind of has a business. I don't know, I think there's something there. There's something, Well, you know, first, like I said, it's probably not down your path of typical investment, but we have an 18-month program that we put entrepreneurs through where we come in and help them build their product, many times fund the initial stages of their product, and more importantly, work with them on the business development side to kind of put together the business plan and also potentially the first customer.
If you think
Yeah.
we should, if you think we should do it, then let's do it.
Oh, I just think it's hard, you know, you can't, if you say,
Line, so
yeah, I mean, you have to hear people out, you know, you never know, he could have the next Uber.
Rich brings a lot to the table. He's extremely smart, he's very creative, and he tends to see things at 10,000 feet a lot of times.
I'll forward you now.
If you think it's worth our time, then let's take a look at it.
I mean, at first glance, it doesn't feel like it's part of our bailiwick, but
You know, with the strategy of these guys, you know, and I'll use BuyerHero as an example. You know, we got guys that come in, we're listening to them, we're helping them, we're facilitating them. You know, we're trying to get them to do more on the front end before we make any commitments. And because we're doing that this year, I don't want to do that with just people who are not even close to the bar.
Got it.
You know, if we're going to clash, if Rich and I are going to clash, we're going to clash on the big picture vision. And in some cases, I might want to hold stead to what I want. In other cases, I'll just nod my head and we'll continue and let things run their natural course. He's applying to us because he's probably another crazy that's out there who wants to come in, pitch us an idea, have us build everything for them, us deliver it on a silver platter like we normally do, and then they go, oh, I have to do work, and then they fail. So,
agree to disagree.
agree to disagree. If you think it's worth it,
he's got the magic.
if you think it's worth
All right.
it, just do it, and we'll all go.
I like it. All
I'll
right.
be here.
It'll be fun.
I'm against the enslavement of animals. I don't think that dogs belong anywhere but roaming free out in the country, and if they are going to be enslaved, I think they should be at home. And you have Christina, who brings her dog in, and her dog runs around the hub like it owns this place, and it's sniffing and snorting and doing whatever other little things that dogs do.
I can tell that it's wearing on Chris, and I'm afraid that at some point he might, I'm afraid he's gonna lash out at her.
Did you confirm with me if his nomination packet is complete? Christina!
There's a lot of interest in this concept and this idea and this relationship, so I don't think the small amount of funding that we're looking for to roll this out is going to be a problem to raise in short.
So Mark is not unlike any entrepreneur that walks through our front door. I mean, he walks in with an idea and with passion, but he left an amazing job in DC, came down here really with a dream and then not much else. This is a guy that's willing to put everything on the line for what he believes.
My name is Mark Dixon. I'm the founder of BuyerHero.com. It's an off-market sales channel for real estate. We have a big concept. We have a big idea in a large industry.
What's cool about BuyerHero is it's addressing an industry that hasn't been changed in forever. It's the real estate industry is done the same way it's been done since literally it started. And I think what BuyerHero is bringing to the table is going to allow for sellers and buyers to connect in a whole new way, which is what excites me the most.
So we had three things. We got one knocked down. The other two is basically putting together the production plan for the software, and then the investor.
Being an entrepreneur, it's got to be the most challenging thing that I've ever done involved in the real estate. Just the role itself, especially during the startup process, you have to wear so many hats because more or less every single responsibility falls on you.
So we've got the design documents we're working on right now for the product, and for the enhancements that we have to make to our existing platform, specifically for the DC market.
Okay.
And
Has anyone seen the dog?
no.
Not in the last 5 minutes.
Is it missing?
But
Well, I don't know where it is.
Follow the poop trail.
I don't know, but when you tell Christina, can we do something about this?
Yeah, we'll
Just in
figure it out.
case.
Yeah. Well,
Something
and
to-
also for
to
the
keep-
safety of the dog,
dogs
because
love
the dog
cages.
just keeps running around and it gets in the elevator and it ends up in the lobby and
Yeah.
it's everywhere. It's just,
Maybe check.
Maybe
check
it'll end up as a snack in the Hub Cafe,
oh.
if we're lucky.
Maybe check upstairs.
Awesome. Thanks, Asunta.
So-
So design documents.
Yes, we've got the design documents. We're finalizing those. That will be kind of what we'll work with the design team and which we've got to get on a call with them sooner rather than later.
Right. We're set for Tuesday,
Okay.
next Tuesday at 8:30.
We're at a critical point with BuyerHero. We've been working day and night for the last year refining the technology, and we've just signed a deal with the third largest real estate broker in the nation. The only problem is they want to launch in 3 months. So we need capital quickly. And Mark is meeting with this investor, hopefully to close a deal, but if he doesn't pull it off, I'm not sure what he's going to do.
Now we're at this point where, we got the first investor that's coming in. Paperwork's starting to be generated for the first time. Where are we at on our deal? So what's the plan?
I don't know. I think we're waiting on this investor to some degree dictate what he's comfortable with, and then I think part of that closing will be our deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
It's,
and then
it's open right now.
It's
in the
an
air.
open deal.
It's in the air. It's in there. We
every
haven't figured it
entrepreneur
out.
likes open
Yeah.
deals. What is?
It'll come to
Okay.
pretty close here pretty quick. This is a lot of it's depending on if this investor comes on board.
I know. What did you do? What did you do? I heard him yell. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Ava's very sorry also.
Ava needs to stay on the other side of the
other
building
side?
because it's our meeting area, and some people just aren't as dog friendly.
Ava's, she's a hub. She's a hub dog. She loves everybody.
Not everybody's a dog fan like you. It doesn't mean they need to be anti-dog, but they're just not as foo-foo-y and yes, exactly.
Well, we're really sorry. So, and I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt your meeting. Ava didn't either. You never know. That could work someday.
I doubt it.
Maybe.
But we love Ava,
Okay.
but she needs to stay on the other side.
Okay. All right. We
Thank
will.
you.
Say thank you, Ava. Say you're
Okay.
sorry. Okay.
All right.
Bye, Chris.
All right. See ya. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through the standard thing that we have worked through in the past, which is we're going to produce the wireframes that coincide with the development spec. We'll give it to them. When we're creating software, sometimes we don't have all the assets we need right here in the hub. We have only a handful of coders that work directly for us, and the rest we have to figure out how to get. And the way we've accomplished that is through Odesk.
What's amazing about the world that we live in and that has become is that you can find resources on the web and bring them into your team for projects that are above and beyond the talent base you have in your local community. We are going to start feeding you information right now, not just all at once, but just the wireframes and what we consider the core piece of technology we're going to be sending you. One of the beautiful things about our relationship with services like Odesk and Elance is we know if we are engaged in a project, if we're going to launch a new company, that we can find and put together a team rather quickly, even if they're not necessarily here in the hub. And we're able to scale up as needed to meet the demands by bringing them on board.
It definitely has been a stressful process, but I feel really good about our prospects.
Mark is at the make or break standpoint. He's on a launch that seems like it's going to work. He's got a great investor lined up that could do great things from a financial perspective to support him. all the ingredients are in place to do an amazing thing, and now you have to make it work. So I definitely think he's got something, but I've seen these things fall apart at the last second. I hope that doesn't happen to Mark.
So we just got done with the meeting with the investor, and needless to say, it didn't go as planned. We went in there asking for the capital we need to launch, and basically walked out with nowhere near what we need. So we're gonna have to reevaluate and think about how we're gonna hit this deadline. The capital's not there. The capital's not there.
Right.
So
This is the first investor of many.
yeah.
So, we'll just, continue forward, plow ahead.
All right. So not much has changed other than
Other than next week we start with no money. We have 3 months on that cash.
yeah.
The only cash we need to bankroll money.
Right.
It's nothing new. We've done this
Yeah.
dozens of times, so it's,
Easy living.
yeah, piece of cake.
This is a different path for a lot of people that takes quite a bit of sacrifice, and I know it really well because I've done it almost all my life. Sacrifice time, money for that chance of being independent. But I think a lot of people don't realize how much it takes. Yeah, maybe I should have called the hub purgatory, because sometimes it feels like that.
The only thing that's understood is that you're up to no damn good, yeah, baby. Say I just imagine the rendezvous you're having, kiss away all my fears. And it's not clear where you're going. Then you say you have to leave again. Don't even matter what you say, baby. I can't help but wonder if you're leaving me to be with him, yeah, baby. Every time you peel away, every time you peel away. You're in such a hurry, I can't help but worry. Don't even matter what you say, baby. Every time you leave, you just expect me to believe and trust you, baby. Every time you peel away, every time you peel away. Say I just imagine the rendezvous you're having. You kiss away all my things.